Hello and welcome to Prep Along. I'm Charles Matheson. First, I got to make sure we are streaming. Let's double check. Let's see if we are live. Yes, we are. Great. All right, so today I am going to be prepping for the week and going to show you what are some of the highlights that I've been using with recently in my prep. And so today's theme is taste your food again. Yes. So whenever I prep, it's spontaneous, usually spontaneous. I'm always looking for the easiest, simplest ways to prep. And so the last week, I had vegetables in my fridge and I was like, how am I going to do it this week? I'm thinking just complex, hard. And then I got some bok choy and I just sauteed it, almost like heat frying it, like almost like grilling it in a regular pan. And I did that, and then I added some salt and I put it with some bok choy, and oh my goodness, it was amazing. So I'm going to show you today how to make meals that are really simple, where you really get to experience the flavor of the whole foods that you're cooking with. So hence the theme, taste your food again. Make your food taste good again. Taste your food again, however you want to make it sound. All right. So all right, so I'm gonna be prepping two very simple meals that I have been doing this week with very minimal ingredients. And so let's get that started. And yep, make sure I got my mic on. Yeah, there we go. All right, so I'm going to get my pan and I'm going to get some sunflower oil. I've been cooking with sunflower oil recently, and what I like about it, it has a neutral taste, somewhat neutral, and it's affordable, and it tastes great actually, and it heats up fast. I'm going to let's do like that. There we go. All right, so I'm going to heat up the oil, the sunflower oil, and then I'm going to get some bok choy. I love bok choy. Bok choy is just a leaf vegetable, and it really has, although it's just a plant, it has a very complex taste. And I found that recently that when making bok choy, I really don't have to add much to it. It has so much flavor already. Just vegetables in general, sometimes the flavor gets lost with too much garlic or too much heavy sauces. And so by chance, last week, like I said earlier, was prepping for the week, and I just put this in the pan and I added some salt with some lo mein noodles, and bam, it was just absolutely incredible. Okay, so my pan is heating up, and I chopped off the bottom portion of the bok choy. So I'm going to get that going. And like, I just gotta say, we just gotta give salt a chance. Like I never really thought that, like, honestly, oftentimes I shy away from salt because I have hypertension. But then at the same time, just that when salt is used in just the right amount proportion, it amplifies flavor that's already there with vegetables. Um, and some other vegetables that work really well with stir frying are broccolini. That works really well. Also, baby spinach, baby spinach with some olive oil and then some garlic, and then you top that with rice. It's really, really good. All right, so the heat has to be on blistering hot, and let's see, there we go. All right, I didn't have it on blistering hot because when it just let me. It needs to be blistering hot so that when you cook it, it's almost like getting the leaves are gonna get burned, so that you'll have like that charred taste when you eat it. Okay. Um. All right. I'm gonna add this to the pan. So these roots here, the stems here rather, are very they're pretty thick. So this needs to really cook for like a solid 2 to 3 minutes because the top portion is going to cook, like the leaves are going to cook pretty fast, but the bottom portion is not. It's gonna take a little while. So I have this on maximum heat right now. All right, so that's cooking. So while that's going, I'm going to sit down for a moment and just, I guess, do a little life update. So this week was really busy in a good way. I'm an educator, and it's the end of the school year, and like we have prom events. Like June is like a happy month when you're in the education world because the kids know that the school year is wrapping up. You know, as an educator, school year is wrapping up. You're going to get your vacation time, and so it's just a happy time of year. So that is that's a good thing. You know, everything needs to have an end, and so that was really good this week. Um, what else? Um, I finished reading. Like I think part of my cooking also gets informed by like the books I read. I read a lot of books, and I just finished a book called Goodbye Things, and it is about um, a man. What is his name? Is he's from Japan? His name is Goodbye Things. Fumio Sasaki, and it's about how he became a minimalist. And I'm going to tell you how much of a minimalist this guy is. So what he did was like how much of a minimalist he is. When he moved from one apartment to another apartment, and when he did the move, it took him 45 minutes. Okay, that is the degree to which he has things in his place. Like he literally moved out of his apartment in 45 minutes, and like that is like really great. And you know, like after I think I'm pretty much a minimalist too because I have a very very small apartment. It's only 235 square feet. So what you're seeing right here, this is like a third of my apartment. And so I just really got listening to his book that you can really um, make your space the way you want it to be and get joy from the few things that you have. Okay, so yeah, my mic popped out. Hold on, my mic popped out. Um, okay, so I'm gonna just have to hold it, I guess. All right, so you'll see here that the leaves are turning brown. All right, and we got that char right there. That's what we're looking for. So the leaves are pretty much cooked. I just want the stems to get a little bit more soft. So I'm looking for my mic holder. Um, all right. So this looks good. All right. So I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to now plate this. All right. So I'm going to get some lo mein noodles. And lo mein noodles are a starch that I usually have. Okay, let's see how many. I know what I'm going to do to make this stay. I'm going to tie a knot. Let's see. I'm going to tie another knot, and I think that'll work for now. All right, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to, not a whole lot. I'm just going to show you a sample of just what to expect when you make it. Just a couple of the bok choy leaves. And I kind of like OG on the bok choy leaves. Actually, why not just use all the bok choy? The bok choy is the best part to me. All right, so that's all done. I'm gonna add some salt to this. Just a little sprinkling. And you could just eat the bok choy with the salt. Mmm. Oh, it's so good. And you want a little more flavor, add a couple drops of soy sauce. And here you go. A simple snack and soup that's super healthy. Okay, we are back. My internet totally went out, so my apologies for that. So I was just showing you the bok choy with lo mein and okay. All right. So the next super simple dish that I'm going to show you is made with kale. Same premise, same background. Um, in terms of preparing, I'm just going to add some salt. All right. So with kale, you need a lot of kale to make it work. Okay. So because kale has a lot of air, and so when you cook it, you're gonna hear a lot of pops. You're gonna hear a lot of pops. And so while this bag, this may seem like a lot, it's not actually a lot. So um, you want to cook a lot of it because it's gonna shrink a lot. Okay, so this is getting hot, and so just back to what I was talking about minimalism. From reading that book, it is definitely entered into my food preparation. I'm always now thinking about as minimal ingredients as possible. However, the maximum amount of flavor and as healthy as possible. Like I want to spend minimal amounts of time in the kitchen preparing. And like last week in my own prep, which I didn't televise, like here, what I did was actually I prepped all of my starches, and then later on in the day, I prepped my proteins, and I realized that what I can actually do instead of having to do a whole lot of prepping on one day, because Saturday used to be like my main prep day, I can prep constantly. So as soon as my lo mein starch is finished, I can make more lo mein. Like I actually made the lo mein that I just had this morning, and then it probably lasts me like 2 3 days before I eat it, and then prepare some more lo mein or orzo or rice, and that way, like prep weekly food prep is kind of like an ongoing thing, and the time is broken down in preparation. So it's kind of like an all week prepping, and it's like seems to really be working so far. I'll let you guys know how it goes. All right, so this is smoking. Okay, I'm gonna cook all of it because I bought this about a week ago and I want to eat all of it. And also, like I said, the um, it's going to get it's going to shrink a lot, and a lot of that shrinkage is water. There's water inside of the leaf that's going to make it shrink. All right, so I may need to add some more sunflower oil to this. It depends. If it's just starts to like burn, then I may have to add, or maybe just even add some water. I'm gonna get my orzo out. So that is the orzo that I made this orzo like 2 days ago because I eat orzo a lot. And so I want to just have orzo ready for when I want to have a snack or if I want to bring it to work for lunch. All right, so you can see that the kale is shrinking slowly. I'm going to heat up the orzo. So it's just heating up in the microwave. So I am a tech man, so I do use the microwave. But the thing with using the microwave also is to microwave whatever you're making for just the right amount of time, because if food is microwaved for too long, it gets kind of the texture changes. Find that with meat, that the meat can taste kind of rubbery. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of lemon juice here. All right, so I'm gonna add the salt first. And kale is great also if you want to make a smoothie. You know, they're really good in smoothies. Mmm, perfect. Oh my God, just salt. It's just amazing. All right, I'm gonna add this to my orzo, and I'm gonna add just a sprinkle of lemon juice. I want to just mix this up. I'm going to add a little bit of sunflower oil, just a kiss. And that's it. So orzo with kale with some salt. I call it heat fried. So yeah, that is all you need. It's so simple. And it all depends on the type of snack that you want. So if you wanted to add a protein to it, go right ahead. Maybe like a piece of grilled chicken. However, very simple dishes like this, you really get to taste flavor of the vegetables, which is, for me, key. There is nothing like fresh tasting vegetable. All right. Okay. So my next thing to prep want to talk about is simple sauces. All right, let's have a sit down and talk. All right. So, like, I'm about ease when cooking. I love to cook. I honestly, I think about cooking like too much, because like I think that's just like a anxiety thing in me where it just comes to cooking. I'm always thinking about what I'm gonna cook for the next day because I love to know what I'm eating and I love to eat healthy and I'm so conscious of my weight and my health. And I'm gonna be turning 50 in September. Yes. And so just health, consciousness, and just um, eating enjoyment is very important. So, um, which brings me to sauces. And what I like about sauces is that you can have, like, there are only so many ways that one can prepare chicken, or one can prepare kale, or whatever, salmon, okay? However, there are an infinite amount of sauces that can be used on it. And so I am the sauce man. In my fridge, I have more sauces than any other item in my fridge. I'm working that down. That's actually not so much of a good thing because they're not fresh. And actually, now I am making my sauces weekly. And so today's sauce that I'm going to be making with you is a soy-lime-ginger sauce. So just like you heard, soy sauce, lime juice, yeah, ginger. That is gonna be the sauce. And then I'm gonna add some sweetener and then some garlic, and it's super super tasty. And you can use this sauce for meat, for vegetables. It works really really good with just like um, a crudité. Crudité just means a platter of crispy vegetables that you dip. Um, and why simple sauces really work is that simple sauce, you have a clear flavor. You really get to taste the vegetables. And it's interesting, without like sauces or salt, you really can't taste vegetables. It's only when you have that salt or uh, the sauce that you really actually get to taste the vegetable. So I'm going to show you how to make soy-lime-ginger sauce very quickly. It's very easy. All right, so uh, let's change cameras. All right, let's get so I got my garlic, my soy sauce, lime, and you can use ginger powder. You can use ginger root for the sauce. So it's soy, lime, ginger. Soy, lime, ginger, or the sweetener. You could use honey. You can use blue agave. I'm using blue agave today. All right. So I'm gonna start off with this garlic, this old garlic that has the sprout coming out of it, but that's all good because you can still use it. Okay, let's jump this. All right, so I'm gonna just using 1 clove of garlic. It's gonna be 1 serving of the sauce. And when you're making the sauce, you can eyeball it if you're able to, or just make a very, very small portion. I find that if you make a sauce in a very small portion at first, that you will be able to eyeball it and then make more. So just start with making a very small amount of sauce. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with this garlic. That's 1 clove of garlic I chopped semi-finely. Then I'm going to get my soy sauce. I say I'm going to add about a tablespoon of soy sauce. Now I'm going to add the lime. You want to be careful with the lime because I'm making a very small amount, so you want to be, maybe add and then taste, add ingredients and then taste, like switch up. So I'm gonna grate some fresh ginger. I've also made this with powdered ginger if I didn't feel like grating the ginger. So you're gonna grate it right into, let's move this up. So I'm gonna grate this right into the sauce. There is nothing like fresh ginger. I mean, when I tell you I like beer in juices, it's so powerful. It has just a very spicy taste. Just brings a lot of spice to food. And yeah, it's kind of like an alarm clock almost. The food is like it wakes you up saying, "Hello, wake up. Time to taste flavor." All right. So now I am going to add some blue agave. And I'm going to mix. All right. So now up. Going to taste. All right, let's see. Oh, that's great. I know actually I want to get a little more ginger in here. So I'm gonna just there we go. Let's see now. Oh yeah. You know what? It's just so I'm gonna show you something that you can do. Let's say that you have just some vegetables that you want to eat. Let's say some hard vegetables. So I got this pepper here. Let's move this right here so you can see it. I'm gonna just put it right inside. I tell you that this is good. It's so simple. I mean, you could carry this to work, or you could just have it, have this as a midday snack. Like the ginger and the garlic and this are just incredible. And you could put this, let's say you have your protein, your cooked protein. Like this works really well with cooked protein. So if you cook your proteins in advance and it's hot, you want to always have your protein hot. It usually tastes better that way. And then you put your sauce, your fresh sauce right on it. You have a great meal right there. And then if you want to make it like a little bit more special, you could have several sauces at the same time. I made a lemon tahini sauce last week, and I put that on my chickpeas, and I had that with some kale, and totally incredible experience. All right, so That's what we're looking for. Totally incredible experiences. All right. All right. So that is the sauce of the week. Lemon, soy, lemon, ginger. Super easy to make. And what you're seeing here, this is actually what I do. Like, this is not like I'm making this up for you guys. This is actually what I did last week. So these are the highlights of my food prep from the previous week. Okay. And on that same vein of tasting our food again, let's change this camera setup. Of tasting your food again, I'm going to show you, well, we know that it's summertime. And summertime is a time for refreshing drinks. And if there's anyone that loves drinks, it's me. I think you guys you watch my videos, you know how much I love drinks, alcoholic drinks, however, which I'm cutting like a lot out because it's really not that healthy. Just gotta be, it's not really that healthy. It says it causes cancer. So, but I still have a little drink now and then. However, I really love fresh teas. Let's talk about teas. All right. So, I have been drinking like teas. So I'm going to show you some teas that I have been drinking recently in my preps and that are super great, that if you went to Starbucks, you would probably pay like $6 for. So this one here is called Strawberry Pomegranate. It's by a company called Stash. This one is called Orange Spice by the same company, Stash. And then this one, Orange Apple Spice. Absolutely delicious. Now, how do you brew it? It's very simple, and I'm going to show you how to do it in just a moment. However, just what I want to talk about with brewing teas is that it's all natural, and you get to know exactly what is going into your body. Like, I will get sodas now and then if I don't have any choice, or maybe if I do have a choice, I'll get it. But the frequency is a lot less because I am able to make my own drinks at home, which is mainly teas. Like, I've been doing these teas now for a solid year now. And some teas work really well cold. Not all teas work well cold. So I actually bought the teas to see what they would taste like if I made them cold. And so these 3 teas really work out when you cook them, when you brew them cold. So let me show you how I do it. Okay, so I'm going to get a pitcher. So here's my pitcher, and I'm going to just fill this up with water. Well, not completely fill it up. I'm going to fill it up maybe 1/3 of the way. Okay. All right. So here is the pitcher. It's filled up 1/3 of the way. And I'm going to make some strawberry pomegranate. And if you're doing it for the first time, you want to start with small batches. So I'm making a very small batch because I'm going to want another type of tea very quickly. So I don't make full batches, like a pitcher full, because then I'm going to be forced to have to drink that for several days. And I want to switch up what I have available to drink. All right. So I'm gonna let this steep in the fridge for about 30, actually for about an hour. And then after that, I am going to take it out. Okay. So now after after it steeps for an hour, what I do is I get a delicious syrup. And it is called elderflower syrup. And it's made from elderflower, and it's interesting. I find elderflower to be almost like a salt of teas because it has a unique taste. And however, what it does, it brings out the flavor of the tea that you're drinking. So it's like with the strawberry pomegranate, you're actually going to be able to taste the strawberries, the pomegranates, with the orange spice. If you make that, you're going to taste the oranges and the spices. With the cinnamon apple, the same thing. There's something about elderflower with paired with certain teas that really make the tea an experience. Like really, there really is a craft to brewing teas, and I'm learning more and more about that. And as I learn that, I will share that with you. And there are many other types of syrups and concentrates that you can use. I'm going to show you one that I just got. And did I leave it? Let's see, where did I put that? I literally got it. Oh, here it is. Yesterday. And it is ginger concentrate. Okay. So this is literally the concentrate of ginger. Okay. And so if you are making like a tea and you want to, you don't want to add the ginger, the whole ginger, because then it's going to have like the grains of ginger in it, or for whatever your preference is, you can add this ginger concentrate. You don't have to add a lot. You want to get that bold spiciness. You just add a couple of drops to your drink or even to your food to get that ginger taste. And then also ginger powder also works really well in teas, and this will completely dissolve because it's a powder after all. So you have many options when it comes to brewing teas and enhancing the flavors of your teas. But in terms of sweeteners, you want to try out. You want to know what the profile of your tea is, and then when you get your syrup, there are um, many gourmet syrups out there, and so you want to mix and match the teas with the syrup, because not every syrup is going to work with a tea or with the tea that you have. Like certain teas have certain profiles, so you want to be very mindful of that. All right. Um, so some tools that you can cooking your half, and you know what? Put up, and all of that is actually waste that's not that the environment doesn't really need. And so I found these items that are um, that are reusable. So for example, this here, this is a cucumber. And then this goes right on top of the cucumber. And what this does, it prevents the cucumber from drying out. So if you look on this, okay, so of course you're going to have this here at the top of the cucumber, okay, and it's a little dry at the top. However, if this was not on there and there was no covering on it, the cucumber is going to dry out a whole lot faster, and it's going to become less firm a whole lot quicker. So I'll just show you some others. So this is another cap that you can use on your food. You want to put it on tomatoes, your onions. And then finally, I have these. Okay. These are like large ones. These can go on food. It could also go over your pots. Whatever tool you have that is related to food. So this one here is also really big. And it'll save you money on having to buy plastic wrap, saran wrap to cover up your food. So that is a tool, another tool that you can use when you are prepping. All right. Another tip, another tool for prepping. So if you looked at my YouTube this week, I put up 2 shorts on how to make your vegetables last a really long time. So I'm going to show you the same vegetables that are in the video are the same ones I have. Okay, you will never believe this. Okay, all right. So this here is cilantro. Okay, so if you look here at the bottom, the roots are in water. I changed the water about 2 days ago. I bought this cilantro 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, and it's still looking fresh. Okay, it's completely green at the top. Okay, usually by this time you would have there is some discoloration. I don't know if you can see it, but it would not usually be like this. You would have way more discoloration. This was 2 weeks ago. Okay, and then I have my scallion. Okay, this scallion was purchased 9 days ago. Okay, 9 days ago. So what I did, I put the scallion inside of a mason jar, and I just put the roots in it, and it's just like a flower. You put it in, and you put it inside of you put the roots inside of the mason jar, and then you put it in your fridge, and you keep it until it's no longer good, and it'll last you many days. And let's take a look at my mint. And this mint I purchased a week ago. Let's take a look. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Okay, look at this. All right. This mint, I purchased this mint a week ago. This does not, I'm telling you, this does not, like I have to actually find a way to use this mint. I made a mojito this week with the mint, and then I use it for some couscous. I think maybe I will make some more couscous this week with the mint. I think I may have to change the paper towel. So in terms of your prepping, those are some fresh food hacks that you can use to keep your food being fresh for the week. All right. So let's see what's next for planning. So meal planning for the week. All right. So This is one of the most fun parts of my meal prep for the week is planning for the week. So I already have I'm going to show you what I did from the previous week. All right, so this was my plan from the previous week. So this week I had easy Thai crispy fish with tamarind sauce. That was amazing. I made the tamarind sauce with fresh tamarind and with molasses. That was really great. I made the fish with tilapia, fried tilapia with cornstarch to make the skin really crispy. Let's see. This one I did not make. This one I did not make. I did make this, the chickpeas with zug with grilled bok choy. Zug is a Yemeni spicy sauce made with like parsley, cilantro, chilies. I made the rajma with kidney beans. Rajma is like a very spicy stew made with kidney beans, onions, and tomatoes, fresh tomatoes. That was great, delicious. I made lemon garlic tahini sauce, nuoc guam, that is a Vietnamese sauce. All right, and then these are some of the starches I made. This was just basically the plan. All right, so then for this coming week, this is my plan for this week. I have quinoa, lemon, soy sauce, mushrooms, a steak burger with A1 sauce. Basically, that's just I get a hamburger and then I put a whole lot of vegetables in the bowl and I eat the sandwich with a knife and fork, almost like a salad. Roasted Brussels sprouts with gochujang, brown butter is the plan, cannellini bean pasta. This is basically cannellini beans with butter. It's very, very good. However, I made it before and it's supposed to have wine and it made it very acidic, so I'm going to make it with no wine. Arugula with almonds. This is a favorite. It's very simple. Literally what it says there, arugula with almonds. And I pair that with some olive oil and lemon juice. Shrimp and mango with celery and tomato. This is actually a Thai dish that is shrimp and mango is just paired together, is outstanding. Okay, so I put a question mark, tilapia chicken, so I'm not sure about what proteins I'm going to use this week. All right, so far I have for this week, I know I want to use tikka masala. Tikka masala is an Indian curry dish. So what I do is I go to this app, it's called AnyList, and I look at the recipes that I have. All the recipes I find, I save them into this app. And actually, I want to go back to the week before because there were some recipes I did not make. So I'm definitely thinking this ground chicken and then this. I'm going to just cut that and put that in the week for the following week. And let's see, was there anything else that I missed? Oh, there was one here. This anchovy that, let's see, the anchovy. Yeah, feta. This is made by, oh, what's his name? It's slipping me. It's a very famous chef. It'll come to me. All right, let me go back to here, see what else I'm feeling like. I'm definitely feeling like some capers. Let's see what I have here for capers. Chicken piccata. I don't know. Avocado salad with herbs and capers. Yes, this one I have made several times. I got this from the New York Times. So this is avocado salad with herbs and capers. So I'm going to add that. Avocado salad with herbs and capers. Let's see, what else am I feeling like? Um, no, let's see what else we have here. Chickpeas, Chinese, cilantro. Let's see. Cotija cheese, cranberry, crostinis, cucumber. Let's see, cucumber. Honeydew salad with ginger dressing and peanuts. Crispy chickpea salad and cucumber salad, curried steak, and sweet and sour cucumber dressing. That sounds good, but I'm not having a taste for it. Cucumber salad with soy, ginger, and garlic. I've made that before. Cucumber and tomato salad with cilantro and mint. Yes, and I'll be able to use my mint. So I want to just copy this title. I think it'll help me to use up all of the mint I have left. Okay, so I got tikka masala, chicken, lettuce wraps, fettuccine, and I want something with shrimp. So let's see. Let's scroll down to shrimp. There we go. Baby spinach salad with lemon Dijon dressing, classic shrimp scampi, avocado cucumber roll, and wasabi. That sounds interesting. With the ingredients: avocados, black sesame seeds. All right, I have these ingredients. Let me try this out. This looks really good. Let me copy that. All right, and then my starches for the week, which I already have in my fridge, but I'm going to make a mental note. Did I write that out previously? No. All right, so I'm going to put orzo, orzo penna. I love penna. Let's see, definitely for the tikka masala, I'm gonna need some rice. And let's see, avocado. And then just some Italian bread. I think I'll need some Italian bread for that avocado salad with herbs and capers. All right. All right, so that is the food prepping, meal planning for the week. All right. So now some boring stuff. So what I do regularly is I unsubscribe to emails, because if I don't do that, my mail will get out of control. I think just the marketers, they love to market stuff to me, and so I just have to everything just unsubscribe. getting verified to go into my email, Yahoo email.
Hello. Thank you for. Thank you. Your code is 25883 1. Once again, your code is 258.
All right, so let's start the unsubscribe process. Let's see. All right. Yeah. Sometimes these emails do not even have an email, a reply email that you can respond to have it go directly to your spam folder. Oh. I just did one that that was not actually spam. Okay, let's see. All right, this is definitely a spam. Okay, newsletter, let's see. All right, I don't even know what this is. So let's do this. I don't know which one is better. If it's better to unsubscribe or to mark as spam. I really gotta figure out. I can't figure out which one is the best. But I guess in time I will figure that out. Okay. Actually, I didn't really have that many spams. It was just all companies that I know. Actually, I spoke to some. Okay. Let's see, unsubscribe. Oh. Right. Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. Okay. All right, so I got some unsubscribe stuff done. And let's see. Like my email inbox is usually like pretty empty. nowadays. Well, every day. I empty it every single day because I see people with thousands of emails like that. That I could not live with that. That would just unequivocally not work for me. Okay. Um, yeah, that'd be too much mental. I don't have that much mental space to do that. Okay. All right. And so the last thing I'm going to do is go to I have an email address that is just for getting recipe ideas. And so I'm going to go through these and see what is up. Let's see. Let's see. The best green powders that actually taste good. Green powders. Kale salad with roasted tempeh with mushroom. That sounds interesting. Summer goddess chicken salad. Kale salad with tempeh. Look at that. And this is from Bon Appetit. I'm going to save this recipe to any list. I'm going to add this to my kale file. All right. Back to emails. Let's see. What else do we have here? Grilled chicken thighs with sweet and spicy marinade. Yeah. I was from Bon Appetit. How to get rid of fruit flies. Where there is fruit, there are fruit flies. I'm going to save this email. I'm going to definitely come back to that one. Let's see. I'm going to share so you can see what I'm doing. Let's see. No. Oh, that one maybe. No. Okay, let's look at the most popular recipes of May. Our most popular recipes of May. Let's see. Okay. DA Bake Club. "13 vegan perfect recipes for your next barbecue, 19 frozen cocktails, the best Father's Day gifts from Ken Cole." Nah, not really seeing anything in that. Dill pickle salad, potato salad, coney and hot dogs. Yeah, feeling that. Let's see. Lush vanilla berry pudding. Oh, that looks good. This is Lush vanilla berry pudding and more recipes we made this week. Let's see, what did they make this week? Rice cakes with corn. Happy fruit salad and more recipes we made this week. That looks really good. Ready for more. Okay, so wait. Oh, I thought I was logged in. How do I log into my account? Sign in. All right, there we go. Roasted cauliflower and turmeric. The Dutch baby with maple whipped cream. That looks interesting. Ah. Eggs, whole milk, all-purpose flour. Oh, this looks easy, and they made it inside of a cast iron grill. I'm gonna add this to baking. So collections, baking. What I like about this, it has a lot of fresh fruit on it. Divorce salad. Oh my goodness, what a name. Balsamic marinated beans, lots of cheese, crispy onions. Oh, this sounds good. Divorce salad. I'm guessing whoever made that, they made that to rejoice in a divorce. Jump to recipe. Let's see, balsamic Dijon honey, salt, shallots, cannellini. Oh, cannellini. Oh yes, this looks really good. Definitely gonna try this out. Divorce salad. I'm gonna add this to my cannellini beans recipe. So, cannellini beans. All right. All right, so I got some ideas. I got a good head start for the week. So this is Prep Along. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me throughout this video. We had some technical difficulties with the connection, but hope you got some good ideas. Please let me know what you think about the show, the ideas that you're getting, and the flow. I really put like everything into this. It's like literally, this is literally what I'm doing. You know, this is actually my real life. So I'm glad that you took the time to watch, and I'd love to get new hacks, new ideas. I'm always open to that and growing. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Take care. Bye.